he broke down this fucking piece of advice for me, bro. He goes, what you want to do, man, a lot of guys, they just sit back and they rely on the stats. Fuck that. You don't want to do that. It's like, he was like, you want to use stats to tell a story.
Another brand new episode, E on the mic. I'm your host, E, aka Ethan. Episode 9, man. It's 1 year anniversary of my podcast, man. What a year. From 2019, where it all started, Army versus Navy, which I got that Army gear, so you already know who I'm gonna go for. Army versus Navy. You already know. But it's been a blessing. Let's be real. This has been a blessing. I never thought I will get to this far into podcasting, where I started from just in this desk right here with my old co-host. Shout out to Mike there for day one there. I just never thought I would be in this position where I'll be talking on another episode, new show, E on the mic. I would never been this confident in myself, you know. It's been a blessing because knowing me, I'm very difficult at talking to people. But as you see here, I'm talking to you guys right here, you know. It's 1 year, man. It takes a toll, you know. All the hard work you've done.
Yeah.
You never thought you'd be this far into the podcasting, to the editings and stuff like that. I appreciate everybody from TikTok to Instagram to Twitter to everybody that listens to me or listens to my edits, one or two. I really appreciate that. And then to bring on the guy that I met through Bogart Scott Free, who is the host of the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, is my man, Robbie. How you doing, Robbie?
Yo, I'm good. You know, Rumboyz, we're in the house. Dilly guys here on E on the mic. Greatly appreciate you for having me, Pimpin', and I'm happy to be on your show. We had you on Rumboyz After Dark about like 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. So to be able to come on your show and show some love back, man. Happy 1 year. Cheers to me, cheers to you. E on the mic, Dilly, my dude. Happy 1 year, brother. Cheers,
Dilly.
Man.
I'll get a candy cane since I forgot my drink.
No, you're good. You know how I do. You know how to come on the show, in persona. You know, give them a little bit of what they get over on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, man. But you know, shout out to you, bro. Big 1 year, man. Happy 1 year. I know what that's like, man. That's a huge milestone. That's a huge milestone. And next thing you know, 2 years gonna pass, 3 years gonna pass. You're gonna interview a couple of athletes. You'll start bringing on athletes. You know, you'll start bringing on more analysts like myself, and then you know you'll just have this catalog of just art, of sports analytics and takes that you've created, and it's your art that you own, that you have, you know, all rights of masters and publishing too. That one day, you know, you're able to profit off that. You're able to make money off of that. So I mean, it's huge. Anyone and everyone out there that's listening to E show today, 1 year is really fucking huge. And I promise you're gonna look back at your 1 year. You're gonna go back one day. It'll be 2 years. What I do every anniversary, I go back and I watch my very first episode. Most cringe-worthy shit that you'll ever see in your life. Okay.
Swear.
Had no idea what I was doing. Like we thought that we were cool. We were like, we're gonna have like this whole like chilling on a couch smoking J's, you know, type of film. Like it was just bad for like the camera. It just looked like a fucking Snoop Dogg music video the whole time. It was bad. It was bad. But we went from there to, you know, now I'm in year 3 of podcasting, and where we've cleaned up a lot and we've changed a lot. Where I've gotten to work with the NFL and I've gotten to work with the basketball league, which is associated with the G League and the NBA. Done a lot of really cool things. Partnered with a lot of awesome commentators. Debated Adam Rank. So I mean, everything that you've seen me do, all of that is now coming on to you. So it's a pleasure to be on the younger generation show, showing that love.
I appreciate that, Robbie, man. Like I remember when I first heard about your show, I was talking to Bogart Scott because I met him this year. Funny dude, man. That man is he always brings a vibe to a show, any show he's on to. Although he's crazy, but he's definitely a guy to really appreciate on your show. And he gave me Bogart is like, hey, you want to go on your show? I'm like, sure, man. I got nothing better to do. Late notice,
Yeah,
but hey, I'll do it. I always
yeah,
bring the vibe.
real recognize real. That's why I could see you clear, E. So that's why we had to show that love, man.
Yeah, man. That was that same show where there was so many dislikes and likes at the same
Oh
time.
my gosh, that show was crazy. Hey, but
that
shout out to the viewers though, man, for pulling up.
Yo,
Like,
like
damn.
I think that Gibson take that he did was the most
Yeah, oh, I
bombiest
pissed, I pissed Cowboys Nation off something fierce. Oh, and it was so great. The second I was like, Antonio Gibson's the new Cowboys killer after Thanksgiving. And then everyone was like,
everyone.
no. Like everyone just hitting the dislike button, just thumbs down. No, it had like 22 likes and 22 dislikes live. Like fucking only 3 takes into the
Man.
show. We weren't even a full hour into the
No, we
show.
were not even a full hour to that. It was
Like 30 minutes. And everyone just like, don't like it.
and that was like before I even took that take with Sarah Fuller with that 50-yarder with that your reaction, which I still gotta
Yeah.
make that one still.
Oh my
And
gosh.
and
It's
the
Sarah
and the Mike
Fuller.
Tyson impression, man. That Mike Tyson impression.
Oh, how it's completely ludicrous. How Jake Paul knocked out Nate Robinson. Oh my gosh. Oh, and then I had to go and fight Roy Jones Jr. How come no one cares about me? Everyone's all worried about Roy Jones. No one cares about me. Yeah, but Mike Tyson's pretty on point.
I'm telling you.
We should get in the ring and do it again, Roy. We should get in the ring and do it again.
It still cracks me up. I was in the background cracking my ass up. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh. Yo, that was fun, man. That was
Oh,
fun, bro.
yeah,
But
man. Like,
shit, man.
trust me,
Let's,
like
let's
the
get into
the
it.
Rumboyz network is something. I'm telling you, the Rumboyz network is legit something, man. And there's only 3 years this man's on the podcast industry, so who knows where it could be in 10
Yeah.
years from now, man.
Yeah, 2 years down. I'm on year number 3. Like we started just really kind of how every podcast starts. I feel like every podcast has like a similar starting story.
Yeah,
And me and my former co-host Ty Boogie, big shout out to Ty, Shottown Stand Up. We were just sitting back and we were going at it, debating in the middle of like a game. We had like a game day party, and all of our friends were over. We had like the chicken wings, the beer, and everything like that. We're gone off of like 3 bottles of rum. Like this game day party went on like all day. So like we're now at the point where we were watching the it was the Rams, it was the Rams Chiefs. It was the Rams Chiefs, I think it was. And we just started arguing. To the point to where everyone that was in there, we didn't even realize that they had muted the freaking game. They had muted the game, and they just started listening to us bicker back and forth. And then finally, like my former homie of mine, Ronaldo, he chimes in. He's like, "Yo, can y'all just shut up?" He's like, "Why don't y'all just make a podcast, like create a show?" And like I'm sitting there holding a bottle of Captain Morgan 16. I think it was like it's a 1697. Super like exclusive. They don't even make this rum anymore. Like we had cases of this in Ray and Ty's garage, like in their houses. Like they had like a whole wall of cases, because when it sold out, we went and we bought all of it. Like we bought all of it from the liquor store, like $5,000 worth of rum.
damn. You went all out for that Rams and Chiefs Monday nighter.
Yeah, well, we bought the cases because like what we do is for an occasion we would break out a bottle. Somebody has a kid, someone gets married, whatever the case is. This occasion was we just wanted to break out this particular bottle. Started drinking, yada yada. We then get to arguing. Ray chimes in, and then me being the entrepreneur mind that I am, I'd already worked in the music industry. I worked with big names in the music industry on like the EDM side of things. And I was like, I'm tired of working in the music industry. I've always wanted to be a sports commentator. I was like, you want to start a podcast? You want to come downstairs really quick? Let's go take a look at your basement. We start looking around. We're like, yeah, this is where we could set this up. Ty breaks out a cigar. We go out on the porch. We start puffing on the cigar, dipping the tip of the cigar in the rum. Like, what are we going to name it? Look at the bottle. Look at him. He's chilling. He's like this big, like Mac Daddy type of robe with like this huge Cuban cigar in his mouth with like his dog right there. I'm like, bro, we're the Rumboyz. And then he was like, what? I was like, you heard me. We're the Rumboyz, dog. And then he was like, all right, let's rock with it. Let's see. I was like, who? I was like, and we started going through YouTube and watching everyone else's podcast. So we were watching the fantasy footballers, those guys, huge. Those guys been doing it now 6 years. They have like a million plus, like 3 million plus, like follows. They run a website, everything, team of writers, everything. We were like, okay. We see the Schmitty. We see what Schmitty of the fantasy football show is doing. We watch him. We're like, okay. We start noticing something. We turn on NFL Network. I see Adam Rank. Shout out to Adam Rank, Marcus Grant, Florio, all those guys. You guys know that you're my guys. I've worked with you guys. But I noticed one thing across the board. Every single one of these shows, their casts were predominantly white males. That's step one. So I was like, all right, I'm noticing that there ain't a whole lot of minorities in this shit. I'm like, okay, so this is where we can be a little bit different, because I play fantasy football just as much as the next person. I was like, all right, I have my co-hosts, all right, I see, so we can attack both demographics. Like, what else do we need? Like, well, I like to smoke. He's like, I like to drink. I was like, well, we're going to just be us and just plug in a mic and see how it works. We noticed right away that everyone was super cookie cutter. And what's the one thing, when you go back that people always used to complain about ESPN and NFL Network? It's like, man, these guys are all in their suits, man. It's all the same. They're all saying the same thing and yeah. Our thing was, tossing a couple of drinks, maybe break out the Mary Jane a little bit here and there, and see how you really feel. See how you really feel when I tell you Baltimore Dallas 43.5 on a Vegas spread. And when you're really in your emotions, it's different, Also, we wanted to be completely unfiltered. We wanted to be raw. We want to be uncensored. That's why, on my show, you may catch the F-bomb a little bit, where I'll be like, oh, fuck Will Fuller, like that'll happen, I'll call out a player. Josh Norman is a trash corner. It'll like so we toss in different elements of just who we were. We wanted to be raw. We wanted to be funny. We wanted to be unedited. We wanted to be raunchy. We wanted to be different. We wanted to make people laugh. We wanted to bring in the comedy. We wanted to not. We didn't want people to look at our show and be like, "Oh, I see what you wanted to say. I get that you're not gonna say it because you're offensive." There's times where we know when to tote the line, but then there's times where we don't, where we're like, no, this is a topic, this is an issue where it's really serious, and and we need to cover it. The Sarah Fuller issue, the Sarah Fuller topic, where literally people disliked because we were celebrating that first Power 5 female kicker.
Yeah, that was a history right there.
Yeah, that was history, and and people will want to talk down on it. But we bring light to that. When players and during the NBA bubble this past year had chose to not play, and we chose to stand with the players. We're like, well, I'm not going to broadcast today. We're on 6 days out of the week. During that time period, NBA's taking the day off. Oh, they're taking a day off because Black Lives Matter. All right, well, we're taking a day off as well. So we built a platform that stood for something, that stood for the culture. And it honestly changed the way and changed the pace of how things are done. You look when COVID happened, what did every single network and every single TV network do? They switched to doing this exactly how you and I are doing. Zoom recordings, Zoom meetings,
Yeah.
Freaking big shout out to Joy Taylor. She got a Twitch channel, and they're calling games with the game on the green screen behind them. We've changed the culture so much to where I had Crystal Naganwe on my show, producer for the NFL Network. She's been on Adam Rank's podcast a couple of times. And literally on my show, when I'm interviewing her live, she legitimately goes, yeah, we've looked at you guys' Twitter. She's like, yeah, we've looked at you guys' social media. And that sometimes that's how we'll find stats and we'll find certain takes. and then we'll write them into the production meetings.
That's crazy.
I'm like, what? Like, so you are telling me straight up that you've literally stolen some of the shit that I've said? And I go on air and I go when I watch it up on network and you hear exactly what you say, just what you just said gets regurgitated, and then you get no credit. You know, because whatever you say in this industry, it's free speech. You know. So I mean, I've been through it all. I've been through the ups and downs, the peaks of the valleys. Got to meet the homie Matthew Berry. I've interviewed 40 NFL rookies. DK
Yeah,
Metcalf,
I seen that.
Terry
I remember
McLaurin.
that DK Metcalf one.
Yeah.
I remember I posted that one up. I was like, damn, this man got DK Metcalf. I remember I think you had Kyler Murray one time on your show.
Yeah, I got Kyler Murray, Deontay Johnson, F1 McLaurin, Terry McLaurin. Interviewed a couple. Yeah, Scary Terry. I've interviewed a couple of guys. Andre Owens, who he used to play. He played forward for the Utah Jazz and the Indiana Pacers. I have clubbed and partied with Cameron Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And CJ Uzmazada, former wide receiver for the Cincinnati Bengals, and we played with a couple of other teams as well after that. Yeah, Steve Smith Sr. Got a couple of stories with that, man.
Oh my God.
Shit, we got time for like a quick story, right?
Yeah. Tell me one about the Steve Smith. Let me hear this one.
Yeah, I always love telling this one, right?
Let me hear this one. I haven't heard this one at all.
I'm at the so it's me my former co-host Ty. We get flown out to LA from one of our sponsors, Big Shout Sportscaster, and for the NFL PA Rookie Premiere, super exclusive event, like invite only, like super private, right? This is where the NFL rookies get to they're signing all their rookie cards. So like if you open up a pack of rookie cards of Panera Panini rookie cards, and you get his autograph like Terry McLaurin, like I was right there while Terry McLaurin was literally getting handed cards while he's sitting on a freaking massage tables autographing them.
Yo.
You know, and then they go and they package them. I watched all the packaging happening. But anyways, you know, so we get flown out for like this super fucking crazy like experience, the NFL PA Rookie Premiere. This is where you also get to see the players get their jerseys revealed for the first time, shit like that. Walking through the lobby, and we just get done with our day one of interviews. So in day one, I interviewed DK, Kyler, Nick Bosa, I've went through 8 hours of having big ass, bright ass studio lights. Like, so I'm in like this like studio. They turn like the conference room of the hotel into a big ass like Hollywood studio. So it's like gigantic lights like beaming in your eyes for 8 hours. You're sitting for 8 hours. You know, you may get like a break like in between each interview just to stand up and shake the next player's hand. Like, hey, you know, hey, what's going on, David Montgomery? Yeah, so we're gonna sit down and interview. All right, now come on over here. Hair, makeup, boom, 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 and then go live. Like, you know, and like it's super rapid. It's crazy, right? We get done with an 8 hour shift. We're trying to just head up to our rooms, and we still got to get up to our rooms and change because we got to be at the steakhouse, STK. Anyone out in LA, y'all know this joint. It's one half of it is an art gallery. The other half of it is a club. But then like both are like a steakhouse, like this really fancy like LA bar type shit. Like picture like Ballers, HBO Ballers in your head right now. Okay. Yeah. I want you to take yourself on like an episode of Ballers right now. So like we're trying to get up to our room and like we're exhausted. Like all we want to do is really sleep, but we're not going to have time. You know, we're literally going to have time to shower, hurry up, get downstairs for our Uber. As we're walking through the lobby, we see Steve Smith and he stops us and he's like, hey, hold on. Hey, y'all the Rumboyz. He's like, y'all the boys out here interviewing all the players, right? And we're like, I immediately like freeze up. I'm like, and because he talks aggressive too. He's like, hey, like he's aggressive. He's aggressive, you know. So like it kind of shook me because like I'm from the hood. Like I'm from Southeast DC. Like don't yell at me like that, you know. So I jumped up. I'm like, hold up, like I'm holding all my equipment and everything. And he's like, hey, I don't know what's going on. Like you know, just want to, you know, congratulate y'all. You know, big ups. You know, and I want to congratulate you guys on earning the trip. And the way that you earned the trip was you had to compete against streamers worldwide. Like we compete against thousands of people and whoever had the most views for a whole month, for like the whole month of April, got flown out in May to the rookie premiere. So we placed number one. Fucking, we got paid. We got $1,000. Got free flight, got free food, got bottles, everything.
Damn.
Run into fucking Steve Smith, and we're like, "Yo, can we get a picture with you?" We get a picture with them, and he's like, "Hey, y'all heading to the steakhouse tonight?" We're like, "Yeah, we'll be there. We're about to head up and go get changed right now." And then I'm like, "Hey, Steve, really quick, me, entrepreneur, I'm always going for an opportunity. I'm like, I know most people are going to ask you about football, but I'm not going to ask you about football right now. I know I respect you as an analyst, and you're a damn good analyst. What do you think makes a good analyst?" And I'll never forget the way that he broke down this fucking piece of advice for me, bro. He goes, "What you want to do, man, a lot of guys, they just sit back and they rely on the stats. Fuck that. You don't want to do that." He was like, "You want to use stats to tell a story." He's like, this is back when Josh Norman was pretty okay, right? So use Josh Norman as an example. He's like, "What if I tell you that Josh Norman has a 58%, he has like a 58% of like passes not thrown his way or something like that. 58% of passes aren't thrown his way because the quarterback is afraid it'll be picked, right?" And we're like, okay, yeah. He's like, "All right." He was like, "Now let me break it down to you like this. We about to go out to the steakhouse tonight, right?" We like, "Yeah." He was like, "What if I tell you right now, as soon as the three of us, we don't even gotta go get ready. I'll have the concierge take your bags up to your room. We all just hop in the whip right now, and I tell you, we got a 58% chance as soon as we walk out this hotel door, as soon as we walk out this lobby, that we about to go get some pussy. Are you coming with me or not?" And I was like, bro, and I started dying, bro. And bro, I was like, I literally go, oh. And at the time, bro, like I was with my ex. So but I'm in LA, so I ain't even in the right mind state. So I'm sitting here talking to Steve Smith, right, Mister? I'm a dog you the hell out. I'm a dog you out so bad your mama gonna fill it up in the stands. I'm talking to this man, and when he said it, bro, I was straight up like, "Yo, let's go!" Like, you want me to order the Uber? Or you got it, Steve. I was
Steve
ready.
said he got it, so come on now. It's a one-time opportunity.
Bro, we get to the steakhouse later that night. I run into Michael Vick, get pictures with Michael Vick, yada, yada. Fucking, I get drunk as hell. Benny Snell buys me drinks. Steve buys me fucking drinks. Yo. I'm now 2 seats into the window. I'm standing on top of a couch yelling at Will Greer, "Dad podcast, you and me, bro."
Yo, that's crazy.
Freaking Will Greer's fiance at the time, they're now married, but Will Greer's fiance, she's like, she's just sitting there, she's like, "Y'all are crazy." He's drunk. He's like, "I fucking love you, man." Bro, it was great. It was great.
That's crazy, dog. Yo, that's actually crazy as hell.
Went to the Playhouse nightclub the next night in Hollywood. Freaking, because I don't know why we did this. Ty, he goes, "Hey, we should see what the players are doing tonight." Why do we want to see what people that have millions more dollars than us are doing tonight? That doesn't sound like a good idea.
No.
So we're in the elevator. David Montgomery's in there, Debo, Devin Singletary, and he's like, "Hey, so David, well, what you doing tonight?" He's like, "I don't go out. I'm staying home. Gotta go to my room and go to sleep." And then Debo's like, "Hey, I'll be at the club if y'all want to roll out. Like, if y'all want to meet us there, yada, yada, get a table." Immediately, company budget, everything goes out the window. Me being the CEO of the company, I'm like, "Yeah, let's go get a fucking table at the club." First off, this club is not no normal club. All right. You need a credit card, and you have to reserve the table on the credit card.
Oh my God.
Bro, we get in there, Ty reserves it on a fucking credit card. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, like you just paid $500 for us to get into the club." Like, great. like you're a fucking idiot. Like you're sick. like so we get in and like we see Debo, AJ Brown, like all the guys, like we're like, yeah, what up? Da, da, da. And he's like, y'all want to go get, he's like they're like, y'all gonna get bottles? And I'm like, and then Ty's like, yeah, we're getting bottles. I'm like, no. And then we have our homie Drew with us too from Sportscaster. He's a app engineer, and he's like, yo, let's get a bottle. He's like, company budget, we got this. Mm-hmm. These motherfuckers order 2, not 1, but 2. At first it was just 1. And I was like, all right, we're good. Order 1 bottle of fucking Jameson. $400 for 1 bottle, bro. Yo, I could go to Jameson.
They be stacking the prices up there. Like, all right, bottle 400 right there, 500.
Yep.
Damn,
all for a chick to come out in a goddamn bustier and some fishnets and some underwear with the freaking sprinklers hanging out the bottle, just to make you feel like a baller for a little while, bro.
Well, for a little while, and then afterwards, your bank account's like, damn,
bro. Ty started hooking up with girls, started lying and saying that Drew lied first, and he was like, I'm Miles Sanders' backup. Or he was Miles Sanders' backup at Penn State but he got drafted to the Rams. So then he started lying and saying that he got drafted to the Rams. So then chicks started coming around. Ty started falling for it. So then I'm just sitting here. I'm like, fuck it, might as well just have fun. Let's live it up. They order another bottle. We're now like 13, 12, like we're like 12, 1,300 in the hole, like already. Like, fuck. Bro, we came back broke, but with some damn good memories and 40 interviews.
Yeah. The end prize of that was like 40 interviews and having a good time. That's really what it was.
Yeah, it really was. It really was. And then that was in May of 2019. So then, the next couple months, we're just riding high. We're gaining subs on YouTube, everything like that. And then fucking COVID hit.
Yeah.
Because we were getting ready to repeat it all again in 2020. Like we are already, January came, like New Year's came, and we were like, all right, so we're packing our bags for May now, right? Like we were ready. And then, boom, bro.
COVID hit and made a new era.
And now we are all podcasting from our homes. And yeah.
Trust me, like I've been doing that even before COVID. So
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, but now it's just weird. Now it's like now it's crazy because like before, if you wanted, if let's say like you had like a really good check, you had some money, you could hit up like a content creator and be like, hey man, you want to do an interview, and I'll even fly out. Like back then, like it was normal. Like the dream was so different.
Yeah.
And now it's like, it's like, hey, I might be able to interview someone, via Skype.
Or Zoom.
Yeah, Zoom. Now it's like when I tell people about those NFL memories, and like I think that there's a portion of them that's like clubs were open. Like I remember when you could go to a bar. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy how quickly like things can change. That's why I'm telling you, this your first year. Just imagine what your career is going to look like in 2-3 years. Just imagine the guests that you're going to book, bro.
Yeah, man. Trust me. Like I had some plenty of great guesses on my show so far, but many more to come, man.
Yeah, man. I'm happy to be a part of the catalog. I'm happy to be a part of the list, bro. Yeah, man. That's the Rumboyz. Make sure you guys subscribe for all the wildness, all the madness. Yep. Check us out.
Especially Friday after dark. Especially Friday after dark, they be going crazy.
Yeah, our Friday show is lit. Like so what you guys can expect. So Monday through Thursday. We're going to give you play-by-plays of the games. We'll give you pre-game shows before every single game. Of course, we're going to give you our waiver wire content on Tuesday, Wednesdays. We have a very in-depth fantasy football Q&A session. But Friday night, especially because all of us are all stuck at home and in most states can't really go anywhere. We pretty much have a panel of analysts, some of the industry's top leading analysts You've been up there with the
Yeah.
big dogs.
Clock management.
Yeah, clock
Listen.
management, all those guys. Big shout out to Steffi. Stepmom Lauren's been on the show. We've had a lot of big names pull up, especially here recently, and even more coming up this week. But yeah, Friday nights is when it gets insane.
Oh
It
my
gets
god,
really
I seen the
insane.
insane. Like, remember me just kind of like hooking it right back in there. Come on,
Yeah,
let's
you're
go
like
back.
really back in, bro. If anyone saw last Friday's, that was complete insanity. That was one of the best. That was the best episode of Rumboyz After Dark like we had ever done. Big shout out to freaking Linda and Steffi, man. They held it the
Definitely,
fuck
Linda and
down.
Steph, they really pulled up there. I tell you, they did pulled up when we were on the Rumboyz. She was in the comments. She was like, "Yo, I need to get on here on Rumboyz." And then the
Yep.
next week, she pulled up and she did good. And when I came back, I was there in the beginning, and then I came back later on. I was like, "Damn, y'all did pretty good in this."
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
freaking
like,
yo! Shout out to the ladies in the fantasy football industry and the NFL industry. Y'all kill it. Y'all kill it. But yeah, man. And then Sunday we go live for our NFL AM show, where we're breaking down all the in depth analysis, injuries, up to the minute reports, all that stuff. We have a team of analysts, a team of reporters, that are connected with the teams, and we're delivering news straight from the team, sometimes directly from the players, right to you guys. So that's a very important show that we do. And then after that, Rum Zone, 7 hours of commercial free football, every single big play. I'm here for 7 hours in the studio, calling every single thing, get my Scott Hansen on.
yeah, that's crazy. It's kind of like the NFL Network, really, right there.
Yeah,
We're
the
just looking for the
Rumboyz
plays.
the Rumboyz really is like the NFL Network. Like you included, anybody out there listening, checking this episode out. If you're looking to be a writer, or you're up and coming, content creator, and you just want to be around like a support system of people that can help market and teach, production and shit like that. Definitely, hit us up, rumboyz.com. Get at me at Rumboyz, spelled with a Z, N-E-T, on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. We're always down to provide people opportunity. And right now, with the way the industry is going, everyone working together is the way that this is all going to blow up and work for
Definitely,
everyone. So
definitely, man. Like,
yeah, like
especially like that group chat we had. That group chat is on Instagram. Like, everybody
yeah,
collaborating. Everything. That thing is special. That group chat that we had that we have there, especially with
yeah.
Kai. Shout out to him, man, for making
Yeah,
that
big
group
shout out to
chat.
Kai. Big shout out to Kai. He's actually doing what I haven't seen it yet, but we talked about it, and he's going to be dropping an edit for me, a video edit that you guys will be able to check out, where it'll be side by side. You'll see my commentary and my play and my reactions to pretty much like a duet,
Yeah, like
honestly.
a duet, like the
Yeah.
real life play.
Uh, yeah, but it'll be my play-by-play side by side with me calling the historic Mike Tyson Roy Jones Jr. fight. So that's going to be super interesting and really fucking funny, really funny. You'll see my reaction to Nate Robinson getting knocked out. Snoop Dogg, I gave you a run for your money, by the way.
Mm.
But
Damn.
yeah, man. But yeah, I mean, so that's what we do. Basketball season coming up, MLB coming up. We cover all the big fights. If it's a big fight, we got you covered. I played every sport there was growing up. I was a martial artist, so like when I call play by play, I'm for like football. I know all the X's and O's. I know all the plays and everything like that. Or if I call a fight, I'm just as good as Max Kellerman or Atlas, like Teddy Atlas or any of those guys whenever they commentate or talk about a fight. So I mean, really in-depth analytics, and it comes from a place of passion, and it comes from a place of high knowledge.
Tell me about it. Like, I was like very passionate with football and basketball. I played both of the sports. I know how to roles. They usually put me in basketball. They usually put me at center because I was the tallest guy in the freaking school. I swear, at times is like,
Yeah.
here you go, being center. I'm like,
Yeah, I
I want to be a
played
shooter.
shooting guard in basketball. Football was a wide receiver and corner. Martial arts, I studied Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, American Karate. And yeah, and I ran track. In track, I ran the 100 and the 400 relays.
Yeah, surprisingly, I was the defensive end. Actually, they were gonna put me at tight end. I was like DN, tight end. Like
Mhm.
I was like 150 as a senior playing DN. The reason why they had me at DN more is because I had strength. That was the reason why they had me as DN. Just
I was just
crazy.
very fast. I was just very fast, and I enjoyed getting hit. I enjoyed hitting, and I enjoyed getting
I
hit.
love getting it.
Yeah, like
The
it's an
hit,
adrenaline rush for me. Yeah, it's an adrenaline rush for me. I wake up and I'm like, yes, let's go. Like I know I'm gonna probably have CTE, but fuck it. Like this is fun. Like this is a lot of fun. It is what it
yeah, sure.
is.
You get blindsided. You get everything. You get anything out of the car.
Yup. I've had my legs taken out from underneath me mid air, mid catch, just coming down from a grab, just whoop. Yeah, yeah,
Sweeping you, I swear, man.
yeah. So I mean, when you've seen the content that I do. I mean, when I break down, a player, and I go through their profile, it's coming from a place, of hey, I understand, like I know, I get it why a receiver can't make every single damn catch,
It's
you
difficult.
know.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
either the quarterback overthrowing or underthrowing,
Mhm.
or two, it just goes fast and you just
Comes fast,
or
timing,
don't know the
timing of
timing, the
routes. Yep.
routes, misinformation, miscommunication, things like that.
Yep.
So it ain't easy.
It's absolutely not. And once again, I mean, anybody listening, trying to get in, to what he is doing, in terms of the podcasting, breaking down, some of the biggest headlines in sports, so on and so forth, or whether you want to get into the play-by-play side of things. Um, my best advice to you is study,
Oh yeah,
study one study, like when I say study, like of course, yes, make good grades in school and all that stuff, but study the game, study what it is that you're going to be covering. Try and know as much about the ins and outs and the inner workings as possible, how the game works, how the league operates, salary caps, the business side of it, the marketing, yada yada yada. You want to try and know every aspect so that you can cover it from every aspect, because that's going to be your job. That is eventually, you'll reach a point where your followers will be paying you, their views are paying you to be on point, to be accurate, and then also be entertaining. Um, One of two things will happen in this industry. Either you're going to be, super entertaining, and maybe you may miss on a few things, have some misinformation, or you're going to be super informational and maybe not the most entertaining. And then there's also that right in between, that
right in
sweet
between.
spot where it's like you're hell of entertaining. That's where you get the first takes and the
Mhm.
around the horns. Wow, those shows are so big and so well known. They're equal parts entertaining and equal parts informational. And that's really where you want to have that sweet spot. And that's some of the best advice I could give. And also just understand that it's a business. Like, understand that it is a business. It's more than just planning out what topics you're going to talk and clicking on the camera. You have all social media, promote yourself, invest in yourself, buy ad space. If you got an extra $20, use that extra $20 and take an Instagram post and advertise it to Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
Have a Twitter, have a TikTok. I've seen you started, doing the TikTok thing, and you're getting really good at. I commend you for it, because
Yeah.
you, as the up and coming younger generation, like TikTok is built for you guys, and you could go viral on TikTok in an instant. I need to get better at it, because I use it more so for like a promotional marketing kind of
Yeah, like
tool.
I use it sometimes for promotional wise, and then I just start being like myself. I kind of do like how my funny self, either
Yeah,
my acting self or my edits go right there. Anything you just put anything, you never know what works, what doesn't work. That's
yeah. I need to start,
that's where all my funny
kind of
stuff comes into play. That's my
show my
entertainment.
face over there. Yeah, but I mean, but be marketable, be entertaining, and just be knowledgeable. If you can do those three things, manage having multiple social media accounts, manage having a schedule and booking guests, then the sky's honestly the fucking limit for you.
For certain, man. Like for certain. Like I've been rolling with TikTok. I'm just started getting Facebook and Twitter, getting more active a little bit more on Facebook and Twitter because those are more like a kind of platforms for promoting wise.
Yep.
TikTok is like right there for viewers there to watch you and see entertaining stuff, and LinkedIn, which I gotta get LinkedIn too.
Yeah, I gotta get into LinkedIn,
I heard,
bro.
I know this guy named Adam. What's off season? He's in LinkedIn already, so
Yeah.
I'm gotta get into that stuff.
You've kind of figured out throughout your first year of podcasting that it's not just podcasting.
Yeah,
you have to be an entrepreneur as well.
that's why when I first started, I was like, when I first started a podcast, I was like, what can I be very different than this podcaster that listens to this guy? It's like I could be entertainment too, I could be funny, I can put edits out there because I always see a lot of sports edits before I even made this podcast. I was like, I see House of Highlights, the ESPN showing us. I'm like, let me do this. And I
Yeah,
started getting better at
exactly.
it.
See, and that's one of those things I wish I was good at, is like the editing, the highlights and stuff like that. That's another thing. Know your strengths and your weaknesses. I'm very strong at marketing, promotion. I can build you a 60-page marketing deck in like no time. Like give me like 48 hours and it's done. Like whereas you have like you can edit, like chop up, a Gasicki play and put dope filters over it and shit like that. Whereas me, you hand me, you hand me my Samsung, you hand me an iPhone, and I'm like,
I don't even know what the heck I'm doing right here.
yeah, I'm like, so what filter does what? Like these look the same to me.
What clip to put here, what clip to put there,
Yeah,
what needs to be cleaned out, stuff like that.
exactly, bro. I just got to the point where we're on TikTok where like I can use a still image and put like fucking like put like a text over it. Come check us out on YouTube. Da, 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 da. And then like I'll put like a song, and then wherever like the beat drops, that's however I'll do like the effects. Like
Yeah.
like I'll like every 4 count will like have like an effect or something. Yeah, that's how I've gotten a very cookie cutter formula down to TikTok. My fiance, she's fucking amazing at it. Like she's gonna go viral in like the next like month or so. Like, no problem, no time. Like she peeks out the door. Yeah, you damn right.
You damn right. Be better than you.
Hey, she got 1,500. I'm like, I don't even know how to use this shit.
I mean, like right now, I got I think it's like 1,300 right now, but that's still pretty good, from 1 year ago, which I started TikTok like right when I started the podcast, like a year ago in November.
Nice.
But podcasting when talking on the mic was in December 14th. So that would be this coming Monday.
I'm gonna get on it, man. But I'm gonna get on it. Once I learn it, though, I'm gonna be the sickest motherfucker on TikTok. Dog.
I'm telling you, I'll tell the other podcasters, man, like go on this app TikTok, man. It's like you can put your content, you free take there, and then boom.
Bro, when I tell guys, hey, have every social media, and it's so funny, especially like when people that aren't in the podcasting world, when they find out, they're like, you have a TikTok? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, why? I'm like, because there's access to new viewers over there. There are people that do not know who the hell I am.
Yes.
Why? That is new. That is new people I can say, come listen to
me.
Like
I remember one time, I went on live on Instagram, TikTok, right? I was on live on TikTok, just kind of like on a Sunday. It was the Dolphins versus the Jets. I had a Dolphins fan like, yo, you're my favorite TikToker. I'm like, yo, no way.
See, that's so dope. Like, I love when people come on my YouTube chat and they're like, you're my favorite YouTuber. Like, to me, like, that's huge because, like, yo, YouTube is huge. When people are like, I freaking love your content. Like, especially lately because, like Rumboyz Fans Network, I want to believe that, I don't know if you're into comics or not. You know who Doctor Strange is?
Yeah, I know who Doctor Strange is.
Okay, you know how, I'll use a movie reference because everyone's going to get the movie. You know how in Endgame, where he goes through his 18 million fucking scenarios, and only one is like the correct one?
One. Yeah,
well, the Rumboyz, especially mainly me, like I have a crystal ball built in my body. I think that like I'm equal parts Robbie J and another part Matt Groening. Like I might be a time traveler And I've just seen all of this stuff before.
Yeah.
Because like when I predict a game, I predict the game. Like when I say that this might happen and this will probably happen, like don't get me wrong, I'm human.
Oh yeah, we're all human. Like,
but my success rate to hold a look in the world of betting, you wanna try and have a 55% success rate. That's where you want your ratio. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but I mean, if you're hitting on a couple of big splashes, that 55%, it pays some freaking bills. Me, I'm sitting around about 62.
All right, 62.
I am sick with it. And on any given day, so that's over a whole season. That's over now heading into 14 weeks of NFL action. There are days where I'll go 92, 80%, like on the day. There are days where I'll never drop below a 60% hit rate. Like I've never had a day this year where I've just gotten every single bet wrong.
Crazy.
So I mean, like once again, be informative, know your shit, like because you never know, you
never know who's watching.
You never know who's watching. Last year we had this random guy. He was, so you know how like when you're live, you can see your viewer count in the corner. We're like yo, like we see that there's 22 people watching. One person's not commenting at all. And this is during March Madness, last year. Year before last.
Yeah, it was last
during
year.
March Madness.
March Madness didn't happen this year.
Yeah. And we had just hit our 1K, like, so like we're freshly monetized. And dude comes on our stream like at the end. I think it was like at the end of like an Auburn game or something, and just drops like $100 right there. And he's like, "Yeah, I just hit." He's like, I just won like 2,500. He's like, "Here's $100."
Woof.
Just
straight up,
and then left.
Like, damn, okay.
Like, bro, you never know who's watching. You never know.
Damn, man. That's one of those crazy moments right there. It's like I'll be freaking out for that. I'll be like, damn, what?
Oh, bro, I've gotten donos that big, and I'm like, I'm getting drunk the rest of the day.
Oh my God.
Like you have no idea. You just paid a whole fucking bill. Like that's my cell phone. Like like that's gas for like 2 weeks. Like that's my Hulu account. Like that's Netflix, bro. Like that's like 5 months of Netflix. Maybe more, like maybe 6, but like still.
Crazy, man.
Like, so you never know. You never know.
Tell me about Robbie.
Speaking of, didn't we get a game right recently?
I know I did. I know I got 2 games right actually. Washington and the Giants.
Yo, yeah, you got Washington and the Giants correct. I got actually Washington and Buffalo correct.
Buffalo.
And it was scary about those. I got those correct exactly on the head.
Damn.
Like I look like if for those that tune in on our pregame show, right? I know that crystal ball, bro. and then Bogart, he literally calls me after we beat the Steelers, after Washington beat the Steelers, and Buffalo beat the Niners. He was like, "How the fuck did you know that?" And I'm like, bro, like all like for real, it comes into all the research and the analysis that we do. Anyone that's ever said, "Hey, I'm gonna just grow up and be a sports broadcaster. I'm not gonna ever need my high school, basic math." No, you need basic math.
Yeah, no, I know my basic math, so I know how math works. So
exactly, yeah. Like you need it, like because the amount of times where I've had to go back and be like, okay, so how many 300-yard games have been scored this year? All right, so I think last time I ran this algorithm, it was somewhere around, I think it was like week 12. We were, or no, it was like week 9. We were at 12 games. where quarterbacks went over 300 yards. But America, this is also another great piece of advice. America had went 70% in most scenarios in prop bets involving quarterbacks to go over 300. 70% of the time, they were taking that over.
Wow.
They were taking the more. Why do that when analysis is stating that you shouldn't, that there's no need for that? You don't need to do that. You could easily just take the under, and you can secure a bag. You don't have to lose money. Yes, I had to like do math. Like, I had to figure out all of that. Like, I have a freaking notebook. I have a freaking notepad. But this is actually a random scratch piece of paper. Like, yeah, I can't find my notebook right now, probably because I was laying in bed and writing with it earlier. But yeah, of just equations, of just stats, of just players, Yeah.
Crazy. That's legit crazy. I'm telling you.
Yeah, like
scenarios happening.
Bro, with the Washington game, I knew that was gonna close at 3, just because of how evenly matched both defenses were heading into that game. Pittsburgh and Washington, when you look at them in terms of the rankings, they're literally side by side. They're literally next to each other. So what that tells you is that that's going to be a low score. That was going to be a low scoring game. You knew that heading into it. You knew that the receiving core for Pittsburgh, over the course of 2 weeks of just watching football, that they're having trouble completing passes.
Yeah, that's what I was starting noticing. I was like, why they're struggling? So it gives a great opportunity for Washington to really upset them in Heinz Field.
So that allowed it to where it's like, yeah, Big Ben, he was marked at he was projected to go for about 265 and a half. He had just barely eclipsed that. I think at like 268 or like 270.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's one of those ones where when me and Bogart were looking at it, it was like kind of weird how that could have swayed. But we knew that this game was going to end within 3. And Vegas had it at 6. So all you're asking is just for, if you wanted to take Pittsburgh, let's say you want to take Washington on the upset, right? You're just asking for Pittsburgh to cover. So I mean, it's like I said, man, we predicted that one down to the T. With Buffalo, it was just a matter of looking at the injury report, evaluating what personnel and just individual talents of the personnel that was remaining for the 49ers, and then simply saying, okay, based off of what I see that they're going to be working with, Nick Mullins having to be the quarterback for that night, I was able to sit back and go, okay, we could take Buffalo 14 plus here. Where they had it set, I think Vegas had that one set at like 9.
Yeah, like I remember one point, I remember seeing 49ers were getting favored. I was like, huh? How's the 49ers getting favored? Like, this is like before kickoff. I was like, the 49ers getting favored already? I'm like,
yeah, the 49ers were favored at that.
I was like, what? I thought Buffalo had a favor more than the 49ers, but I guess Vegas saw it differently a little bit before then.
Yeah, Vegas and Football Power Index. Yeah, I mean, but that's where it comes into play, to where that's what's great about being your own analyst is, you have all you have all these tools, but their greatest tool of all is your own way of thinking.
That's true.
And that's what listeners and viewers are gonna watch. For is your way of thinking, your mythology. That's why somebody commented, "You're my favorite TikToker." Because they agree with what you're putting out there. Excuse me. Is that going to happen for every single person? No.
That's just that's that one unique guy that really gave their time to say, "You're my favorite TikToker. I really appreciate what you do."
Exactly. There's sometimes there's going to be some days where, you may miss. You may get something wrong, and that'll be the day where everyone is going to come in your comments and just eat you alive.
Blast you like anything.
Yup. But you know what? I also live for those days.
Yeah, I know. I saw it. It's like, I gotta get that little bit mentality there too. It's like, I get both of the I do struggle at times, but I mostly keep it up there because like you're always gonna have ups and down days.
Yup,
There's never a
yup.
dull moment where you're always up or you're always down. You're either
Bro,
in between.
you and I both know damn good and well that we would have been eaten alive had the Steelers beat Washington.
Oh my
Steelers fans were not going to let up on us. But notice how
yes.
chill they are now, and notice how they're not even looking at the fact their team lost. They're like, these guys just got that right.
Yeah, it's like the rarest people that are not. I'm not even a Washington fan nor a Giants fan, and yeah, I caught those two right.
Yeah,
Like
but that's just from watching. That's just from
that's
watching.
just watching it how I saw it. And in Seattle, for example, Seattle was struggling during the past few weeks, and it was like I feel Russell Wilson's gonna struggle. Like
But see what happens usually when Russell struggles. He then gets back up on the horse. So
true.
this week is where it's like you and I both know Russ is looking at that Giants loss like,
Oh yeah, no.
I just lost to the fucking Giants.
Lost the Giants that had Colt McCoy win since 2014. Like
Yeah, Colt McCoy wants like he's coming back this week and he's about to torch. Who does Seattle face this week, bro?
Seattle, I'm pretty sure Seattle's gonna play the Jets, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not too certain who Seattle's playing as a right.
I got it right here, bro. Yep, they're playing the Jets. Yo, yeah, they're gonna.
So I was right. So
they're just gonna smack them around.
They'll come back.
Yeah,
They'll come back.
they're gonna smack them around, bro. So yeah, man, I'm excited for this week, man. I'm in some fantasy playoffs and shit too. So yeah, man.
Let's go to one of my segments before I end this show right here. Let's go to vice selection. Pretty much what we were just discussing about our percentages and all that. So the first one I got is your Washington versus Bogarts 49ers this upcoming Sunday. Who you got here? You already know.
So we know that I am going to take Washington over Bogarts Niners. Now, what I got in terms of a point spread, let me look at something really quick here. I want to look at something. I think we can beat them by double digits. But Mullins is a pretty good QB. I mean, he's all right. He knows how to manage. He knows how to manage the game here. They're setting this one at four actually. Okay. Over under at 43. So actually no, they're set the spread at 3. It opened at 4. They're setting it at 3 now. Okay. I'll take Washington by 3. I'll rock with Vegas on this one. I agree.
Yeah.
Because Sanford has a really good defense.
Oh yeah, no question. No question. San Francisco has a good defense. Although they're banged up, I understand that, but they got it. But to me, I like Washington again. I think Washington is gonna keep up with a winning streak right there. We're gonna beat Bogarts 49ers. I'm gonna say I think Washington gonna win by 6. I think it'll still be a close one though. The way how both of those teams. I say by 6.
Okay, I like that there. I like that there. Sanford averages more passing yards through the air, 273.8. I find that interesting, but Washington can attack them on the ground though.
Yeah. Although they did lose Antonio Gibson.
Yeah, but J.D. McKissick is still going to be a solid back. I think
you guys have Peyton Barber. Mistaken Peyton Barber.
Yeah, Peyton Barber. So I think we might be able to get away with the W. This one is definitely going to be squeaking by.
Yeah, and then especially since then your next few games is Seattle, Panthers, and Eagles to finish it off. That's the rest of your schedule. So the only team I really concerned is with Seattle.
It's Seattle.
Seattle. Panthers, I mean, it's a given day. Depends on who shows up, and Christian McCaffrey's there. And the Eagles struggling.
McCaffrey's not going to be a thing for the remainder of the season. I feel like if I'm Carolina, I'm
shutting them down for the year.
Yeah, just best save my money.
True, and you save a nice running back to who knows the next playoffs next year. So I agree with that there. The next one, my Finns versus Patrick Mahomes Chiefs. Now this is the matchup I've been waiting for since the beginning of the season.
Look.
Hey, you can say whatever you want to say it.
If it was still Fitzpatrick under center and not a rookie, I would be like, Dolphins could stand a chance. The Raiders did it, but because it is a rookie and that's a Super Bowl winning team on that side of the ball, on the other side of the ball, looking to try and get a second Super Bowl this year, go back to back. That's where I'm concerned, because that defense is going to be they're going to be in Tua's head. They're going to be in Tua's head. It's a big game for Tua, but I think he's gonna have it tough, and therefore, I'm gonna roll Chiefs by 17.
Damn, 17. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't blame.
sorry.
I mean, I don't blame you because our offense right now has been really struggling. We're running low on running backs and wide receivers in the depth. I know we still have our tight ends, but our early starting wide receiver, Parker, Preston Williams injured. You got Grant, and then you got names like Mac Hollins, Malcolm Perry, and all of them.
Yep,
And then running backs are
exactly.
scarce. All we have is Gaskin left. And
Yeah, all you have is Gaskin. Like I'm definitely firing up Miles Gaskin if I have him. I'm definitely firing up Gesicki. Like in terms of fantasy. Tua, I worry about in this game. Rookie quarterbacks against big time defenses. Big time defenses are going to show up against rookie quarterbacks. Like I said, if this was Fitzpatrick, I'd be like, Miami can squeak this out possibly by a point.
I'm as much as I want to go for the Chiefs, I still want to say the Dolphins still, not because I'm a Dolphins fan, but just the way how my defense has been playing very well, and how how my offense can click on any point, because there's times where my defense starts struggling a bit and then our offense starts clicking more. And I think
your defense will be what keeps you in the game.
Definitely. That's definitely what I feel what's going to keep us in the game. And just keeping Patrick Mahomes out of the game is the key to. That's what Denver was trying to do on Sunday night, although they were starting to get a little bit more impressive there. But you just got to have Mahomes in the sideline more, because he could be a threat. Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Le'Veon, Clyde Edwards,
It's all about keeping Mahomes off field.
Keep him contained.
Exactly.
That man can run. That man can run. You saw it in Tampa. You saw it Tampa. You lying the heck out of Tampa's defense, and Tom Brady struggling.
The thing is, I mean, Vegas has this at 7.5. So should I probably bring in my prediction down a little bit? Maybe. Okay, I'll go Chiefs by 14. I'll bring mine down a little bit, because Tua is still a phenomenal fucking player. He is still a phenomenal player, but that Chiefs team is also 11-1, and I gotta put some type of respect on that. And it is still Patrick Mahomes. Like, your defense is good. That's still Patrick Mahomes.
I think it could be a high scoring game. To me, I think it could be a high scoring game. Depends on how my defense plays. If my defense will score points, I think this can go to the wire. Really,
well, you're right. Vegas thinks the same thing. They think it could be a 49.5. If I'm picturing this a high scoring game, it's because the Chiefs just start to run it up on offense, like, and they just start dumping it in there, and then it's going to be Miami playing from behind.
I don't think how the Jets played against the Chiefs. I don't think it's gonna be like that. But you feel me? Yeah, you really think that? I
think that your chances increase if Fitzpatrick comes in halfway through this game. Like, if it gets ugly quick, then expect B-Flow to be like, all right, sit your little ass down. Go ahead. All right, Fitzpatrick, get out there, and then expect Fitzpatrick to lead a comeback. If Fitzpatrick comes into this game, I could see the Dolphins leading a comeback and actually beating the Chiefs. But it's on who knows this team more. Like, Tua, you don't know this team like that.
Chiefs are dangerous. I could tell from just by watching them live. They're dangerous. I could tell you. Like, I know this is going to be a tough matchup, especially how Miami. This is like a true test for Miami, really, because they're 8-4. I think it's a true test to show the world what Miami is. I know we just beat the NFC West 3 out of the 4 of them, So if we could beat the Chiefs, I think we're legit.
Yep.
Legitimate. And everybody should kind of start a little bit worried about Miami by then. But until then, this is still
if you beat the game.
But to me, I still think it's gonna be a close one. I think it's gonna come down to Jason Sanders' field goal for the win. I somehow see it. I think I see it. People probably gonna call me crazy, but I
We're
say
analysts.
crazy
We're
takes.
supposed to be crazy. We're supposed to be crazy.
Trust me.
You gotta be crazy in order to see the game and watch the amount of football that we do.
Oh
So yeah.
And then let me say one more game before I end this off. Browns versus Baltimore. The Browns have been going hot lately, especially they beat the Titans, and then Baltimore having Lamar Jackson, of course, being the Cowboys like they should. But who you got this one?
Yeah, this is a classic Rumday night football divisional action.
Oh yeah.
That's what we call our Mondays, Rum days. Yeah. I'm feeling this one here, bro. Like honestly, that 47 over under 2.2 point spread, 2 point little differential there. This is gonna be a classic football power index. I see you favoring Baltimore. I'm gonna tell you that you're full of shit.
Mm.
I'm gonna pick Cleveland, Believeland. And I'm gonna pick Believeland by 7.
Ooh.
So I'm not gonna phase your 2 point spread, Vegas. I'm gonna go 7. I'm gonna say that Cleveland wins by 7, right? And I'm gonna even say that this game can hit the over of that 47 point total.
I got Believeland as well, man. Like I love the Browns' chances against Baltimore. I know they just got Lamar Jackson back, but I just think the Browns are starting to hype up the train a little bit more. And then with this win against Baltimore, although they got blown out last time these two teams met, the Browns got blown out when the Baltimore was rolling, when Baltimore was rolling. But I think it's a different Baltimore team than we saw in the beginning of the year. So I think Baker Mayfield will actually start being more. I know he did productive last game, 4 touchdowns. You haven't seen that. Like I remember you guys were talking about that. He hasn't been really productive besides that the other game before we finally got a touchdown after a month. So
yeah,
I will see a more mix of the running game and the passing game. So that's what's going to win against Baltimore. I think that's what it's going to come down to, and that's going to be my 9.
I'm gonna get super risky. I'm gonna get super risky. Take the over on that 47. This will be a 48-point game, 27-21.
Ooh, 27-20. Damn.
27-21, Cleveland.
That's it. If that happens, you know where it came from. If that happens, you know where this came from.
Bro, I see it. I see it. I see it. I see it. There's gonna be some there's some jackass that's gonna be like, I'm gonna take the over, but then there's another jackass that's completely on the opposite side of the spectrum, and he's gonna be like, I'm gonna take the over. And they're both sitting back on a Monday night just praying to get a big payday. And one of those jackasses is gonna get paid. And I think it's gonna be the one that's gonna take the over.
Oh
and
my
the one that's gonna be taking the over is gonna be nail biting. Like, come on, just get this field goal, Justin Tucker. Like, Baker, big playmaker has been going off.
Finally, it's finally going off. No more that commercials we freaking see.
Bro, well, there's no OBJ now. So
yeah, I know. I think that's what's the difference is with Odell. You have to force the ball to him more, and you're not spraying the ball out. And once OBJ,
here's the thing: OBJ don't catch the damn ball with 2 hands. Okay, he be trying to do all this fancy shit,
fancy stuff, and then coaches be like, "Yo, I don't care about the fancy." Man, like I want to see you get the ball. Actually, catch the damn ball.
Exactly.
That's what they tell me in practice. Like, don't do me that stupid shit that you always do, like one-handed catch, like, all fancy. I don't care about highlight reels. You want to win a
2
chip?
hands.
You want to win a chip, or you don't want to win a chip? How do you feel about that?
Exactly. And little stat, Higgins, Rashad Higgins, the receiver that Baker is known for Baker's best completion percentage to a receiver is Higgins at 70%. Higgins catches 70% of what the hell is thrown to him. That means he's like 9 for 7 any given day. I will take a receiver that's going to go 9 for 7, 80 yards, and 2 TDs. Like yes, give me all that. By the way, Higgins is a guy that you should all go and get in fantasy. You heard it here.
Definitely, man. I appreciate you coming on, Robbie. I really appreciate you coming on my show, man. You know how
Yeah,
much
very
fun I had at
welcome.
Rumboyz after dark. That was a life to remember. I even stayed the whole entire time. Everyone left.
Yeah, you did.
Everybody left. I stuck by it, you know. Bogart. That was Bogart's man's birthday, man. I had to stay by him.
Exactly, bro. Hey,
Definitely.
we got Liddy on that show. So, man, no, I appreciate you for having me on. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun, and I hope that we got everything covered for you, brother.
I appreciate it, man. But thank you guys for listening to E on the Mic, episode 9. I am E. I'll see you in episode 10 of next week. And we'll have Peyton Dole and BB Sports Media.